Yeah, so coming up as a kid, my brothers are 10 and 11 years older than me, so they exposed me to a bunch of different styles of hip hop from both coasts and a little bit from Kansas City as well. Although at the time Kansas City hip hop wasn't as popular as the stuff from the coast. So I grew up listening to a lot of Bone Thugs and Harmony, a lot of Biggie, a lot of Tupac, a lot of Common from Chicago, a lot of people from New Orleans because my family's from New Orleans. So a lot of No Limit. Cash Money, a lot of rappers from the South as well. So kind of this gumbo, and that's what kind of Kansas City is really. It's really just a big mix of all of the different styles. And so I grew up on those cats, but then later as I developed my own taste for music, I started really following Timbaland and from a music production standpoint, Dr. Dre as well. And then later on, more so J Dilla from Detroit. And a lot of other cats from Detroit actually as well. And from that point, I really started getting into electronic music as well. So a lot of house music, UK garage, drum and bass, all that type of stuff. So and obviously being from Kansas City, grew up on a lot of jazz music. So Charlie Parker, Count Basie, Quincy Jones, all the folks that really define jazz music as well. The first hip hop tape that I got was More Money, More Problems, and it was just a single on a cassette. It was all I could afford. I had like $10 or $5 or whatever, and I went to the store and I was like, oh, I can afford this. So I popped it in and literally just kept that on repeat. So I was starting to memorize Big E's verse, also Diddy's verse. So, and I just love that beat too. So yeah, that was my first like purchase as my own individual hip hop fan. Yeah, so really I like the deep house realm. So like I used to listen to Miguel Miggs a lot of the stuff from Lisa Shaw, and a lot of cats that were coming out of not only just Chicago but also like Detroit and Detroit techno, and really just kind of this big mix of international styles blended with stuff here coming out of the States too. Yeah, so some of the Kansas City artists that I really enjoy and think that everybody should know. One of my biggest, I'm a really big fan of Royal Chief. He's from Kansas City here. Really dope style. His live show is amazing too. He has a band, so he's a dope MC. On the R&B side, Love Macy is one of the dopest R&B singers like I know for sure. She's really dope. And then, like I said, my friend Eddie Moore, keyboard player, but also has a band and is comparable, in my opinion, to Robert Glasper. And then also Dominique Sanders, real big hip hop producer from Kansas City, but is moving in Dr. Dre's camp. He's just did a show with Justin Bieber. He's like really moving and doing things. And so yeah, Dominique Sanders is dope. And then also, Logan Richardson, he's a saxophone player, jazz musician, considered one of the top 10 sax players in the world. He's moving around the world, but staying in Kansas City. So those are a handful of folks. Otherwise, I would recommend my homie Kadesh Flow. He's a trombone player and a rapper, but also is part of a group called Nerdy People of Color. So he's kind of on the and he does anime-focused hip-hop music and content. So Kadesh Flow is always somebody. He's like kind of my right-hand man, and he's also in my band as a trombone player too. So what up? My name is Kemet Coleman, and you're checking out 24/7 HH.